Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the Risoux Forest. Alright, so you're not selling there. What can I do here? Right, it's not letting me do anything there. I don't want to be stuck with a grass bale. Well, actually, we do have that bale shredder. There is the bale shredder option, so we might be able to use that and do something with that one. Let's just bring this one over and... Oh, though I don't think bale shredders will take grass, will they? Unfortunately, the bale shredder takes hay and straw bales. There is no grass bales involved, so we can't use that one to break this bale up. Let's have a look, see if this works. It doesn't work either. Stuck. What am I going to do with this? Can I put it into the forage wagon? I'm going to take it over this way and we're going to see if we can... Let's throw the bale over this way. We'll see if we can put it down in here. We might be able to. Nope. This is why I didn't want to make more than one bale. We've got a bale. We can't do anything with it. I don't think... Oh! Ah! Right. So you can bring bales with this hay dryer. You can bring bales out round the side and you can load them in there. Okay, that's good to know. So we will go and we will sell the baler now. I like this baler, and I would say, although I'm a little bit disappointed about the sort of how rigid it is with the width of the pickup is fairly wide anyway. I think once you use it for a little bit and get your eye in on it, it'll actually work just fine. I like this. I like this one. Do I consider the Vermeer pack value for money? Because of this one, because of this bad boy right here, I would say yes. I say that that does actually make it value for money, in my opinion. Are you going to agree with me? Almost definitely. Well, there's absolutely no doubt that some of you won't agree with me. Some of you will not think that it is value for money. However, I do think that this is a nice little addition to the game, and I would personally want to use it. Right, so that leaves me with 438,000. That's the Vermeer pack, by the way. So we've had a little look at that one, and now we need to get back to work. I was getting a bit fed up with that mower and the way the hired help doesn't really work with it. So what we're going to do, see, we've now got a new category for self-propelled balers. Isn't that fantastic? What we're going to do, though, is we're going to go into the self-propelled mowers section. There's a couple of them here. We don't really want one of these or one of these. It might take a little while to do the mowing. We're going to take this one that young Stevie has gone and done a few alterations on here for us. So you can see already the Krone, he's gone and oranged it. We've got orange writing on here, which I actually really like. So I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to leave that design on there. We can have narrow twin wheels or standards on there with Trelleborg. If we go to Michelin, it stays standard. Continental, same. BKT, Vredestein, and then back to here. So do I want those or those? I'm going to go with the standard wheels. Working speed... 40k with the extra working speed plus the fast working speed that Stevie's already put on here. I don't know if 40k is even going to be able to cut grass properly or not. We give it a bit of an engine boost, so it's got 650 horsepower to help with the 40k traveling speed, and naturally, because this is a Stevie mod, we can choose any color combination that we want. So I can have bright yellow wheels. I'm going to leave the rest of the colors as they are, and I'm not Actually, let's go in here and we will load this one in with a Frithgar number plate. So we'll go type 2 right there, and we'll change that to Frithgar 1 like that. Front and back, and I will go OK. There we go. Buy that one for 385,500 euros. I had to increase my loan to be able to buy the Vermeer stuff. So I figure we might as well just keep the loan increased, and we will use this. It's got a rear hitch on it, so with the Stevie option, we could stick a baler on the back. We could also use this one in conjunction with the forage wagon and sort of do a 2 birds 1 stone scenario, but I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do at the moment is I'm just going to unfold this one, bring it up here, and we then need to change the work mode. So at the moment it's on wide spreading. Control Y is swath dropping. That's the one that I want. I'm going to have a quick look in the map because I can't remember if I went over and did the small field. So if I go there with the grass like that, I've already done that. We're literally just on this last field here. Let's bring you round and let's see if we can actually do this at 40k. I'm not sure that's going to work. Lifts right up to start with, and off he goes with a whoosh. Okay. He is mowing at 40. This is insane. Right. There's one thing I've always disliked about the Krone Big M, or at least I did in FS19. Not really tested it in 22. Is the fact that it never really timed correctly with the raising and lowering, because the machine does one raise and lower, and so it would get to the end of the row, would raise the front one, and then the back one would lift up almost straight away, and it would mess it all up. But the speed that it's going here, that doesn't seem to be a problem. Alright, this is a fantastic addition to our lineup. I think this machine here is now going to be our default mower for quite some time. But what we need to do is we actually want to go back to this one, and we want to carry on and do a bit more work. We've got grass to go and pick up here. So that's the job that we're supposed to be working on. We've got the mower working away down there, but the hired help could do that one. You've seen mowing before anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. And I'm just going to race around this field like a lunatic. And we can pick up this whole field in one go, which is great. And then once we've done that, we need to do the fertilizer spreading. And that's it then. Was I doing this as silage, or was I doing this as hay? I think I was doing this as hay, wasn't I? Yes. 90% certain I was actually doing this as hay. Take you down this way. Looking forward to doing the next hay harvest, because well, actually I think the next one we'll do is silage. We'll do one of each year. Looking forward to doing the next lot, because we will be able to try... There, he's finished already. We'll be able to try out the Krone Big M in a bit more detail, and we'll be able to use it for a bit longer, which I think is going to be absolutely brilliant fun. On round to the next line. There we go. Yeah, I mean, get in the comment section and tell me if you think that the Vermeer pack is value for money or not. What do you think of it? What are your opinions on that pack? I think that's really good. There's another DLC coming out fairly soon, which is the hoses one, like hoses and reels or something like that, I think it's called. And it looks like they're adding long hoses, so you basically... A lot of farmers with like a lot of slurry, cattle in particular, they have those pipes that go from their farm all the way out to the field, or from a tank in the field all the way out across, and that gets used to then spread slurry up and down the field. So I'm curious how there was a mod, I think, I don't know whether it was in 19 or whether it was way back in 17. There was a mod that tried to do that, and it was kind of okay, it kind of worked, but it was painfully slow to use, and it was also a bit of a pain to set up as well. I didn't particularly like it, so I didn't put it in any videos, I don't think. I didn't particularly like the pack anyway, so I never really bothered with it. But we have seen it previously in the game. It's just whether or not this new pack that they've gone and developed now for 22 is going to be, you know, a decent pack, or whether it's going to be sort of something that you look at and you're like, yeah, I really don't want that. But it's a new game mechanic, and that's something that I always look for in a DLC. Something new. This DLC that we've just had drop, something new in this one is definitely the self-propelled baler. The Carrero pack that dropped, we had all of those tractors for working the vineyards. There weren't actually anything new in there. It was a selection of tractors, and a lot of people were disappointed with that. I thought that it was okay, but I was very much on the fence as to whether that one was value for money. Whether or not I would have genuinely gone and bought that for myself or not. I was very much on the fence on that pack. Really, I wasn't sure on that one. I don't think I would have wanted to go and buy that pack for myself. I did like the pack. I liked the little tractors. I thought they were pretty cool. But there wasn't really a lot there that was original mechanics, original machines. It was more of stuff that we've already got. And it is very difficult for Giants to add in stuff that we don't have. And so I do sort of also try to weigh it up with that, because you can get to a point where, oh, well, they have to add this, they have to add that, and so on, and you start to have some rather unrealistic expectations and demands, and yeah, it doesn't work. If you go into it with unrealistic expectations, you're gonna be disappointed no matter what. That's just what happens. So I do try to temper my expectations a little. Now, let's go into here. I just want to make sure that I am indeed putting it in there. Furniture spawn is full on just about all of them, so we need to do something about that. Grass silage is empty on there. The hay dryer, we have grass going into there, so that's where that one is going. The furniture deposits are full. We need to deal with those before we do any more, because otherwise we're not going to be able to have furniture. Now, it's June at the moment. Furniture is literally about to drop, isn't it? About to drop, about to be able to be sold. End of June, beginning of July. We're on 6,600 at the moment. I don't need to worry about that. We can go and just finish off the hay. He stopped just with a little tiny bit left to do here. It's typical, isn't it? Right. See, I press V, and it controls both of them. And that's the one thing I really dislike about this machine. And I've disliked that about this machine from day one, is the fact that it separates out when you raise them. Now, that's not an issue if you're using it manually, but the hired help raises the front as soon as the hired help gets to the end of the row, and that's the bit that irritates me. It's, as far as I'm concerned, it's broken. That should not be happening. The hired help should not raise this one up until the rear mowers have gotten to the end of the field. But they do, and as far as I'm concerned, that is a bit of a broken mechanic on there. Now, can I actually put this one in the shed? It's going to be too big. We're going to need more sheds anyway because of the... Oh no, that does fit. Ideal. Look at that. There we go. Right, you go in there. And we are tipping in here. So if I go tip and then we can carry on. We've got a bit of fertilizer spreading that we need to do as well. So we could get the fertilizer being spread. So if I run into there and just start that grass tipping, and then while that's tipping, I will go to this tractor. We'll get the fertilizer on there. So I need to get the front weight that is just across the way. I am going to miss those mowers, although this Krone that we've got right here goes a lot faster than those mowers did, and it definitely does faster on the turns on the end of the rows, so that kind of offsets the issues that we were having. I just think those mowers look really, really cool. Those trailed mowers, they looked really cool, and it was a really nice set. It's just the hired help is a nightmare with that set of mowers, as we have found out. And so many of you said to me straight away, you're not going to want to use these mowers. They are the single most broken item in the game when it comes to hired help. You absolutely do not want to get involved with those mowers. And you all were proved right. They are deeply, deeply broken as far as gameplay is concerned. But, I mean, it's not a lot that we can do about that. So, it's actually you. Why am I turning you off? Force of habit. Okay. Let's take you on round and we'll go back into the field and we will do a little bit more forage wagoning. So we're doing hay this time, which means the next cut. I'm not going to bother picking up the loose stuff in the middle. I'm just going to leave it in the field. And then next time, there'll be an extra layer of grass right there, and we'll just pick up a slightly thicker crop on that little part, as well as these bits out here as well that have just been left. So I'm going to go down this line here, and we'll pick up these short runs. I'm being a bit messy with this, but it's not going to matter. We'll end up picking everything up in our next harvest, because it doesn't remove the grass. I think if I was to go over this field with the rake for finishing up, it would actually scratch out the grass, but I'm not sure about that. Maybe we should test it. Maybe we should go and get that rake and just find out if it deletes grass that is left on the field. Because some jobs do. Some jobs do and some jobs don't. Roller, I don't believe, the grass roller, I don't think that one would remove grass that is lying on the field. But the rake, the weeder rather, I'm really not sure about that. Genuinely not sure if it will remove it or not. That's something that I should look into. I don't want to spend too long sort of running tests and stuff. So this is the windrow that the Vermeer windrow, the windrower left behind, the rake left behind. Just picking this one up now. We've got a couple little passes of that in the field. AI worker B has completed their task. That's the fertilizing done over there. So let's run over this side. We've got one part row going up there that I wanted to grab a sec. This one. Of course, the issue with leaving the grass on the field is that the mower that we've got isn't going to go and pick this grass up and gather it up for us. It doesn't work as a windrower. It will just drop the fresh grass down. So we're still going to have this grass lying around in the field when we come to do our next cut, unless I get a rake and bring that out. I suppose we could do that for one harvest. I wonder if we should do that. We can have the windrows left behind by the mower. They're 10.5 meters wide, I think. If we were to get a rake working up and down the fields, dragging those in together, we would be able to pick the crop up faster. Maybe that's something we should try. I think we might. I think we might just try and do that. That'll be a little something that we can have a go with next time we are doing our crop. We'll bring a big, because we've got a couple of options for big rakes, and I don't tend to use big rakes very much. I tend to use slightly smaller stuff, so I think that could be something that would be interesting to do. I've almost finished picking this up. We've got 3 more passes after this, and then that is all of the grass picked up. We'll bring the fertilizer spinner down to this field, and we will start it working on this field. And then once we've done this one, well, we can just leave this one going for a second, and we can sell our furniture. I'm not going to worry about it too much as far as price is concerned. We're up to 6,600 and something, and I don't think we will wait until morning. I don't know. I don't know whether to wait until morning or not. I mean, it's an extra 400. We do make an obscene amount of money from it. Plus, we also get rental money as well, and we're about to build another house. That's our next main that's our next sort of big thing that we're going to do, is we'll build another house. We are clearing a field down the bottom, but that's just kind of like an ongoing thing. So we'll do little bits of work on that every now and then when we get to it. Right, that'll do. We've got a bit of a mess there left in the middle, but we're going to attempt using a rake on our next harvest, because there are 1 or 2 rakes that are quite a bit wider than 10 meters. So what we'll end up doing is putting several windrows in together. So let's tip you out there, and while that's tipping, we can go to you. What are you doing over here? Oh, I see. You've done strange things. Right. Well, if you're going to do strange things, I'll just manually run up here and help you out a little bit, because you do get confused. The small field over the other side, will manually do that after we've done the big field here. All I'm going to do on this bit is, if I go, oops, there, like that. I'll go sort of around the outside on this, and then once I've done that, we can leave the hired help just to do a little bit on this one. I could probably leave the hired help just going on this one anyway if I'd done one pass down the other side of the field, because that's the bit where the trees are, and that's the bit that's going to cause it issues anyway. Not this bit over here. We'll be alright. Down over here. Such a massive spreading width on this thing. It's ridiculous. And I'll take you over there, and that will do nicely. Right. It's going to go all the way in there. That fence, the hedge, doesn't have collision on it, I don't think. We can tidy up. If there's a little bit left over at the end, we can tidy that up. That won't be a problem. So you are now done. You're finished. So I'm going to take this one, because we actually use you over here for feeding our cattle. I'm just going to bring you, and I'm going to park you here for now. We're going to want more sheds for this later, but we'll leave that one parked there for a minute. And I'm going to go to you. So furniture on 6,600 in here. 6,453 right there. So I'm going to now start speeding up time. Let's go to 360 and just see what happens with that. You can't just watch the same one. 26, 28. Alright, it is going up quite a bit faster. Still going up. Although, if I leave it overnight, I'm going to start getting the arrow coming down again. And I don't want that. So, I'm going to stop here. Yeah, see, the arrow's coming down already. And it's going to sort of bring that arrow down anyway. So, what we'll do is we'll stop right there. And we'll sell everything at this price, which is 6,652 for furniture. So, let's start loading. Interestingly, I think it's not quite filled up. Right on the borderline for these being able to do what they need to do. So if I go through, I'll get 3 pallets come out on each of them. But that should mean that there's 1 more pallet to bring out on each of them. And it's not going to be very much needed to be able to get it. It's like going to be... Yeah, 900. He's got 15 left on there, which is 3 cycles. It's 216 per month. That one's got a few more to go. That one's got 21. That one's done. It's out of space. So it's that one. Right. So most of them are actually completely full and done. So there'd be like 1 or 2 bits of furniture left if I allow for that. I have to deal with that in a minute. Load this one up. So if I go and get these last 2 down here, I thought about this quite a bit, whether or not I should allow another furniture factory or 2 just to like get more going here so that we can really use up everything that sawmill is doing. And although we could run more on that sawmill, I don't want to actually do that. I don't think that's the right way that we should be doing things here. So there's the 3 in there. Put that back on. And now... No, that's not the one. I want to go into here. So, we've got the top one. 1 cycle. No, that one's already gone through and spawned. That one's gone through and spawned. That one's got 4 cycles to go. That one's got 3 cycles. This one here has got several more. So that's the only one that's got a few more. But if I do this, like that, and I go to 360, there's 1, 2, should be a 3rd one coming up in a minute. Somewhere. I'll take it. Oh, there's the 3rd one. He's already come out. Has the price dropped? It did. The price dropped. So just that little bit has already gone and dropped the price. There's a penalty to pay for our greed here, getting these last 3 pallets. There is actually a penalty for that. But I think it's going to be worth it. It dropped, what, 3 points? There. So we've got some light on here, and then I've got 1 more to grab there. I do need to make sure that I finish doing the fertilizing, so I'm actually going to go and do that a minute now. Probably shouldn't have fast-forwarded until nighttime. So there's a little tiny bit down here. Honestly, that's nothing. And I want to go to the map, growth, soil composition, fertilizer. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.